Well, that was fucking dreadful.
What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the match reaction, analysis and review of the Manchester City home game against Leeds United, which Leeds United have managed to win by 2-1. Before I crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I am aiming for 17,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, and also most importantly let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. Let me know with your thoughts. Are you concerned? Are you not concerned? What's your focus? What's your thoughts? Do let me know in the comments below. So let's start off first with my match review for this game. I'll just go over the talking points, because if I'm going over Manchester City's chances, then I'm going to be here all day. Manchester City managed to create 27 chances, 6 shots on target, 1 goal. That's very, very disappointing. An attacking 3 of Gabriel Jesus, Ferran Torres and Raheem Sterling, to me, should be putting away more opportunities than that. But they're not the only players that are guilty of making some misses. Fernandinho was also another player. Bernardo Silva was another player. And also Alexander Zinchenko, John Stones. These were players that were getting forward, that were getting into good positions, that ultimately weren't finding the net as much as what they should have been doing. So, Leeds United, they took the lead. It was on the 40th, 41st minute. It was Dallas getting forward. It was a good bit of play by Costa getting forward on the counter-attack. The ball gets played through. Bamford passes back. And about 19 yards out from goal, Dallas has a shot. There's a good bit of defending from Nathan Ake. He covers the gaps really well. So Dallas has only got one place to go, and that's to the near post. So he goes to the near post. It needs to be pinpoint accurate to go into the back of the net. It needs to hit the post and go in. And that's exactly what happens. It's the inside of the post. It's pinpoint accurate. Just a couple more centimetres to the other side, it hits the centre of the post and bounces back out. It hits the inside of the post and goes to the opposite side of the goal, into the side of the net, and makes it 1-0 to Leeds United. Man City always are looking for the first goal, and it didn't happen in this game. We never went ahead in this game, and that's where the problem was lying. And I think with Man City making so many changes with that game with Dortmund in mind, that's where the problem was arising for Manchester City. It wasn't the normal play and what you'd come to expect from Manchester City. I think if Man City take the lead and treat this like any other Premier League game like we normally would, I think we'd have come out with the 3 points, and we'd be sitting here saying more than likely we need one more win to win the Premier League, and we're very nearly there. However, work still to be done, pending other results of course, but it's still always going to be in our own hands unless we do a massive bottle job. With the fixtures that we've got coming up, there's some very tricky fixtures and everything. We need to just be wary, and with the potential of us getting to the semi-final of the Champions League, and we've got cup semi-finals and finals coming up as well, we need to be careful. We need to just be prioritising. We need to be saying, let's get the Premier League won as ASAP, let's win our next 2 games, that's that done, then move all our focus onto all the other competitions, and we can make these changes once the Premier League's been wrapped up. It hasn't been wrapped up. I spoke about in my preview about how I wanted Manchester City to be making the changes. The important players, the Ruben Diaz's, the Kevin De Bruyne's, they're all being given their rest. The Riyad Mahrez's, they get their rest in this game. It's 4-5 changes and everyone else starts, so there's still a familiar feel to Manchester City's team. However, it didn't feel anything like familiar, and it just looked disjointed. It looked mediocre. It looked poor. Yet we're talking players that were starting in this game that are worth millions upon millions of pounds. It's Manchester City's strength in depth. It's our in-depth players all playing at once. When they're playing together, and they've not played very often together, it didn't work. It didn't look like it was going to work. A good team like Leeds, they only created 2 opportunities. That's all they needed. They needed 2 shots on target and 2 goals. It's poor. All round, it's poor. I think Pep Guardiola, going into this game, he was looking for a selection headache. He wanted a selection headache. Maybe 2 or 3 positions he was looking towards players to put in big performances. I reckon he was looking at left-back Benjamin Mendy. Can he give him a selection headache? Is it going to be him or Cancelo? Well, Wednesday evening, it's going to be Cancelo now. Raheem Sterling, can he try and get Phil Foden or Mahrez, or maybe even the centre-forwards role at Manchester City? Can he start and take somebody else out of the team? Well, He didn't put in a very good performance. So Sterling, he won't be starting. He probably won't be featuring in the game against Dortmund. But he doesn't deserve to do so. He didn't play well in this game. It's just frustrating. It's so frustrating. There's calls for Jesus to play as well. I reckon it'll just be near enough the same 11 that City went with in Manchester against Dortmund that's going to Germany to play in that game. I don't think there's any selection headache there for Pep Guardiola. I don't think he can do anything else. We'll go with that same team near enough and we see what happens. I think the only other position we might be looking at are the players that haven't played. So Aguero and Laporte, they weren't in the squad, so they never got given their chance. If they're fit to go, will we go with Aguero? More than likely not. Laporte, though, that's an interesting one. Will it be Stones or will it be Laporte that gets the nod? Stones has started in the last couple of games, so I'm wondering if Laporte is fit to go, whether he might start. He's a good ball-playing defender as well. So we'll see, and I did think that both Ederson and Stones were equally as responsible for Leeds' second goal. So we'll see what we go with on Wednesday. But I've mentioned it a lot now here, this game against Dortmund. That's where our thinking is, and I feel like that's impacted on this game as well. That's where our thinking was. We're focusing on that Champions League, not the Premier League. Premier League's not done and dusted yet. It's nearly done, but it's not quite done, and we need to be careful with the fixtures that we've got, that we're not allowing opportunities for other teams to catch us up, notably, obviously, Manchester United, and Leicester City have still got an outside chance as well. But Manchester United will be going into that game against Spurs. They know if they win, and they win their game in hand, all of a sudden, points tally, 6 games to play, it's 8 points. It's doable, can be caught up. Work still to be done. What it's done, delayed Manchester City's coronation as well, being Premier League champions. But it's never done until it's done, and we need to be focused on getting it done. It means now a strong team needs to go out against Aston Villa in the Premier League. When we play Crystal Palace, a strong team's going to need to go out for that, and more than likely against Chelsea as well. They're the games we're looking at, the strong teams are going to be needed. We win this game, more than likely maybe 1 or 2 of them games, strong teams don't need to go out, and that's just when the Champions League semi-finals falling in. So plenty for us to think about, most certainly. But United, if they drop points, then this game really isn't that important. So we'll have to wait and see how United do. But we get a true reflection on whether Man City have done the right thing or not on Wednesday. We go through, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say we did the right thing in that Leeds game, in chucking that game. However, if we go out, I'm going to be saying we could have had the Premier League near enough wrapped up. We could have turned all our focus and attention onto FA Cup and Carabao Cup and looked for that domestic treble. Instead, we still have work to do. So it's all about what happens from here on out as to whether this has been the correct decision made by Manchester City and Pep Guardiola or not. But I did think there was enough about City's squad, created enough opportunities. We just were not clinical, and them attackers, they won't be playing against Dortmund. It's plain and simple as that. They probably won't be playing for the next 2 or 3 games. And to be honest, I can't disagree. 27 shots, 6 on target. It's not good enough. 1 goal from 27 shots in the whole game. It's really, really poor. It's diabolical is what I've described it as on Twitter. It's really poor from Manchester City. We need to be so much better. So it was Dallas that found the goal in the first half with a well-taken strike. It was Ferran Torres that got the goal for Manchester City later in the second half. Good bit of work from Bernardo Silva, about a yard onside. He passed it to Ferran Torres with a good strike. Past the goalkeeper. Looked like the keeper weren't going to be beaten. He did get beaten, and I thought it was going to be one-way traffic from there. Leeds picked up confidence, kept some attackers on after Bamford came off after that red card, which was a red card. Initial instinct was yellow card. So on the knee, it's dangerous, it's out of control, the studs are up, red card all day of the week. VAR referee made the correct decision there. Wasn't a real fan of the referee, by the way, but I thought he made the correct decision there. But yeah, Leeds then carried on playing their normal style of play for the last 5 minutes. It suited them. City had made the changes. We had Fernandinho and John Stones at the back. They fancied running at them. The pace got there. They managed to have a chance through one of the attackers, Rafinha, I think it was. He got forward. He got tackled by Ederson. Warning signs were there. This time Stones couldn't deal with Dallas in the 91st minute, pokes it under Ederson's legs and gets the 2-1 victory for Leeds. So congratulations to them. Very, very clinical. I wish we was as clinical as what Leeds were, so fair credit to them for getting the 3 points. Like I said, our focus turns to Dortmund on Wednesday evening. I feel like our focus has been there even during this game and we're being punished for it, and to me, it's not good enough at all. So we need to rectify that. It might just be the kick up the bum that we've needed, but I'm not going to sit here and be nice and positive about a result that was negative. It wasn't a good result. There's nothing good about this result. There's no momentum now for us going into that Dortmund game. We must be clinical. We must be better. We need to be so much better against Dortmund than what we were today, because if we're not, Players like Erling Haaland, he's going to be looking at John Stones, he's getting run past Dallas. Erling Haaland's going to go, I fancy him rather than Ruben Diaz, I'll target him instead. That's what's happened from this game. We need to be very careful. Would not surprise me at all, even though I think John Stones had a very good game for City. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Laporte is fit to go. We'll go with Laporte because it's a bit less predictable for Erling Haaland, for Marco Reus and Sancho if he is fit to go in that game. But we'll see from what happens from there. It's all about priorities. We're at that stage of the season. We just need to be careful that we're not prioritising too soon, because the Premier League trophy, it isn't won as of yet, and we've still got some work to do. But like I said, it is pending not just what Man City do, but other teams like United and Leicester as well. So yeah, there we go. There are my thoughts. I'm disappointed. Like I said, remains to be seen as to whether the correct decision has been made by Man City or not. We'll get the answer as to whether it's been the correct decision or not on if Manchester United drop points this weekend, if Leicester drop points this weekend, and also if Manchester City end up going through on Wednesday night or not. If we go through on Wednesday night, will I care about this Leeds result? Absolutely not. So we'll see what happens there. I'll be back with a live watch along for that game. I'll be live on Tuesday as well for the PSG Bayern Munich semi-final second leg quarter-final match in the Champions League live watch along too, for everybody to look forward to, because that's who Man City play in the semi-final of the Champions League if we do get there. And like I said, we're live on Wednesday too to see if City do get to the semi-final of the Champions League. So there we go. That has been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Most importantly, do let me know your thoughts on what you made of this result in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Plenty more football and Manchester City content to come. Don't forget also social media links in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.